Let's see here. What's this? Katy Perry Under Fire for Jeffrey Dahmer lyrics. That song came out years ago. Everybody knows Jeffrey Dahmer's a cannibal. Have they never done anything controversial in Okay, we're done here. In the annals of what will we be offended about today? Why Katy Perry, Kesha, and Eminem are being criticized over Jeffrey Dahmer. Hi, welcome back to the channel. I don't think we've covered a Newsweek article here in the 3.5 years I've been doing this. I don't think we've talked really about music in a standalone video. But we're going to today, and these are 3 artists that I used to listen to 10, 12, 15 years ago. I don't listen to Eminem anymore. He's garbage. Kesha's just garbage. And Katy Perry, just garbage music now. I don't care. But this getting offended and outraged over song lyrics from, in some cases, like I said, 15 years ago. For some viewers, the Netflix drama Dahmer Monster, the Jeffrey Dahmer story, is the first time they've learned about Dahmer, a serial killer who raped, murdered, and dismembered 17 men and boys between 1978 and 1991. And I say raped because YouTube won't let you talk about real life things without, using coded language or censoring them, even if you're presenting them, as I am, in a news, manner. So we'll go on with the article. But if you are just now discovering Jeffrey Dahmer, first of all, one of the most notorious serial killers in American history, and there was the whole Netflix, the Alphabet Rainbow Mafia were crying because Netflix had categorized Dahmer as a Alphabet show, which it kind of is because of his proclivities and his victims. You don't get it both ways. This is the thing. The Alphabet community wants to be involved in everything. They want everything to be about them. You don't just get the good things in life. You don't just get to be like, it's sunshine and rainbows and we're gay and we're having parades. Oh my God, these. And I'm not saying this to disparage normal gay folks, because the normal gay people are fucking wonderful humans who just want to live their lives, get married, have jobs, 401ks, houses. I'm all for it. Adopt kids. If you're a responsible 2-parent home, and I don't care if you're same sex or not, you want to adopt kids, great. That's great. But it's these shrieking weirdos on Twitter, okay?
Stop it. Get some help.
Now, we talked about this in the video yesterday. The actual Alphabet representation of the U.S. population, which is 350 million people, is 6%. Okay? 6%. Which, if you think about it in terms of the entire population, not a big number, but, it's still a lot of people. So, there is a small part of that subset of Americans that are just shrieking idiots who are offended by everything. They live in a state of perpetual offense because they live on Twitter and they don't do anything. And that's the problem. If you look all day for things to be offended by, you will be offended by something inevitably. And if you're that thin-skinned to where you can't, and these aren't even family members of the victims. These are just random idiots on Twitter who are offended by song lyrics. So let's go through this a little more of this article, and then we'll get to the lyrics, which I'm sure they'll talk about them in here, but I have them pulled up on the big screen too. The show, helmed by Ryan Murphy, sees Evan Peters portray the notorious murderer as it explores his crimes in the aftermath of his arrest, as he was given 15 life sentences for a total of 957 years in prison. Dahmer died in prison in 1994 after being beaten to death by a fellow inmate. People like him don't last long if they're not in solitary. And he got what he deserved. I have no remorse for somebody like that. The man's a monster. Who's going to feel sorry for him? The inmate that did it should have gotten a steak dinner. Maybe a weekend, not a weekend pass, but a weekend with an amenity like TV or something. so we can watch the news and talk about it, watch everybody talk about how Jeffrey Dahmer got beat to death. Why Katy Perry, Kesha, and Eminem are being criticized over Jeffrey Dahmer.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
Katy Perry, Kesha, and Eminem are just some of the musicians who have brought up Dahmer in song lyrics. Dahmer is referenced in Katy Perry's song Dark Horse, which was released in 2013 and sees rapper Juicy J, not even Katy Perry, but Juicy J, she eats your heart like Jeffrey Dahmer.
She eats your heart like Jeffrey Dahmer.
For the first time ever.
She's a beast. I call her Karma. Come back. She eats your heart out like Jeffrey Dahmer. Whoa. I mean, that's... That's it. That's the only time. I mean, it goes on to say, be careful, trying not to lead her on. Shorty's heart was on steroids because her love was so strong. I mean, these are the fucking lyrics that they're mad about. I mean, we should be more worried about Shorty being on steroids. In Kesha's song Cannibal, she makes a reference to Dahmer's murders that involved cannibalism by saying, I'll pull a Jeffrey Dahmer. This is hilarious. Eminem name checks Dahmer in lyrics of 3 of his songs. Bagpipes from Baghdad, which I actually liked. Must Be the Ganja. Don't remember that one. Album Relapse and Brainless from his 2013 album. I haven't listened to anything. I think Bagpipes from Baghdad was the last Eminem song, new Eminem song I actually listened to and didn't absolutely fucking hate or think it was ridiculously stupid. Dahmer is also referenced in songs by Marilyn Manson, Nicki Minaj, and Pearl Jam, amongst others. It was Perry who first drew criticism for her lyrics, with some Twitter users calling for the singer to apologize for romanticizing his criminal and inhumane actions. This is the society we live in. And all this political correctness that came out of Pandora's box when we started. Now, I'm in no way, in favor of, just outwardly, using racial epithets, anything like that. You can just be a good human. That's what it's called. This political correctness is garbage. This PC nonsense is garbage. It's made people soft, and that's what we're dealing with now. That's where cancel culture came from. And if you still don't understand that, if you're still denying that, if you're still sitting back calling anybody who says that this is ridiculous, people are soft, our culture has gotten too soft, if you're still calling them bigots, then you need to look in the mirror for some definite self-reflection. One social media user wrote, it still upsets me when I hear the line in the song Dark Horse. She eats her heart out like Jeffrey Dahmer, and I always make my daughter turn the station. It's so disrespectful to the victims' families. I hope people remember them while watching Netflix. Sorry for their losses. You want attention. I quote tweeted this. I did. I quote tweeted it. And yeah, this is fucking ridiculous. Another Twitter user said, why isn't anyone calling out Katy Perry for allowing such a vile and terrible lyric to be included in one of her hit songs? Jeffrey was a notorious serial killer, and Katy chose to romanticize his criminal and inhumane actions. I actually feel sick to my stomach. She needs to apologize.
Paging Dr. Faggot!
Motherfucker, your parents need to apologize for raising a bitch. Oh, I find it so traumatizing. Oh, God. After watching the Netflix series and reading about what Jeffrey did, I would find it so traumatizing to know that a song went #1 on the Billboard charts with the lyrics stating what Jeffrey did to his victims will be similar to what Katy will be to her victims. She's trash. There. Seems about right. And of course, you can't reply because he's in reference to Kesha's song, one person wrote, I just learned who Jeffrey Dahmer is, and I knew his name was familiar because Kesha put his name in her lyrics for a song Cannibal. I need to delete that song now. What in the heck do we give fandom these sickos? Of course Netflix make a series about it. Murders make the dollars emoji. One Twitter user said, the casual mention of Jeffrey Dahmer and Kesha's song Cannibal never really sunk in, and now it's like, what the fuck? Oh, wait till they learn about John Wayne Gacy and BTK. Oh my God. Bringing up Eminem songs that mentioned Dahmer, one user said, if people are shocked that Jeffrey Dahmer was referencing a Katy Perry Kesha song, nobody showed them Eminem up until Relapse. The backlash received criticism of its own, with some Twitter users calling out others for making the lyrics an issue when they're over a decade old. A Twitter user said, the Jeffrey Dahmer series comes out and all of a sudden Katy Perry and Kesha are facing backlash. Get it together, weirdos. Absolutely. Another person said, people are trying to cancel Dark Horse but Katy Perry almost 10 years after its release because a new Dahmer show on Netflix is both the stupidest and funniest thing to me. Absolutely correct. One person wrote, so did Ryan Murphy just educate this generation on Jeffrey Dahmer? And now that the little Twitter army is trying to cancel Katy Perry, Kesha, and more for referencing in songs that are over 10 years old? Yep. Newsweek has reached out to representatives for these Eminem, Kesha, and Katy Perry. Monster, the Jeffrey Dahmer story, has also been criticized for the way it impacted the victims of the serial killer, their families, who said the Netflix show re-traumatized them. It's a television show. They're going to make shows about it. It was something that was like nationwide news. It's going to happen. You're going to have to deal with it. Bad things happen to good people every fucking day. Every day in this country, around the world, everywhere. The way you choose to deal with them, that says a lot about you. And this is just, it's pathetic. Eric Perry, a relative of Dahmer's victim Errol Lindsay, wrote on Twitter, I'm not telling anyone what to watch. I know true crime media is huge, but if you're actually curious about the victims, my family, the Isbels, are pissed about this show. It's re-traumatizing over and over again. And for what? How many movies, shows, documentaries do we need? Like recreating my cousin having an emotional breakdown in court in the face of the man who tortured and murdered her brother is wild. Wild.
So there it is. I really have nothing left to say about this. It's ridiculous. The fact that they're trying to, and this is, I'm guaranteeing you, these people are leftists that are doing this, obviously. And Katy Perry is a leftist. Kesha is a leftist. Eminem is a leftist. I'm not trying to politicize this. All I'm telling you is, these people on Twitter, they eat their own. These types of people in real life, they will eat their own. They will not stand by and defend their so-called brethren. They will eat their own every time. This is just another case of this. I think it's funny when you get enough pit vipers in a box and they just start to, bite each other. It's amazing to see, and that's exactly what's happening right now. I don't find any offense with these lyrics. If you find offense with these song lyrics, it's pathetic. All right. Like literally, if you were not affected, one person in the story, their family was affected by it. And yeah, my heart goes out to him. He's dead. You're going to have people make movies and shows and write books and things about these. These are things that happen. Things are documented like this. This is how we have history. I'm not saying that we needed a Netflix show about this. I'm saying the show is really well done. Evan Peters is amazing. There's that. The guy's a great character actor, and he really owns this role. So kudos to Evan Peters for being a damn good actor. And kudos to all the parents out there who didn't raise thin-skinned pussies as children. That's it. That's all I got for you today, folks. I'm Etepwakui, you know what to do. Smash the like button. Subscribe if you're not already. Ding the bell for notifications. 2 tiers you can join. Harvey Wakuian, $4.99 a month. That lets you request videos, discussion topics. Kazooian, $2.99 a month. You get a Kazoo, trading card, and my undying affection. I appreciate y'all. You don't have to join. It's there if you want to. Just subscribe. That's free. If you don't want to join, that's fine. Just subscribe. Enjoy the content. Over 1,100 videos, live streams in the back catalog, reviews, everything right there. The palm of your hands. It's the power of the sun in the palm of your hands. All right, I know. I'm not Doc Ock. I'm not Alfred Molina. But I am Etepwakui, and the place to be reviews. I've been here with all these. If I don't see you, have a great day, a pleasant tomorrow, and I'll catch you on the next one.
I love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up! It's time to look at the enemy. Look in the mirror if he is no friend to me. It's not working out, maybe it's the chemistry. It's time to break up so I can make a better me. Better believe in your mind, cause it's everything. You can mold, shape, find almost anything. All it takes is some time and some clarity to find your identity. It's mine.
to fade away.
I could do this all